Yeah, welcome everybody. I was just, before we get into the installation, I was just saying and telling the group that we're switching strategies. Everything is still fine and dandy with what we call our meat and potatoes and how we came aboard. And if you're looking at this YouTube, all of those previous YouTube videos are still relevant, very much so relevant. Now we're kind of switching gears because there's different strategies. You want to text Dorian? There's different strategies to be had. And what we're talking about now is momentum trading. And everything that we learned earlier is still relevant, but this is a way, some people say, obviously day traders, swing traders. It is a way to move a small account to a healthy, bigger account relatively fast. And what we're able to do is to take a lot of the risk out of it. Because when you start talking about being a momentum trader, basically all we're doing is trying to find the trend. Think about it from this perspective. If you're in the stock market and you get in, everybody's heard the phrase ground floor on a pip, a candlestick. Everybody know what I'm talking about, a red and green candlestick that's going to be green. If you get in, obviously, on the ground floor, the basement floor of a candlestick, and you find the trend, and that trend is an upward trend, and we know nothing goes straight up in this market. There's pullbacks, higher lows, and on lower highs. But the bottom line is you can ride a candlestick up for an unexpected move of 8 to 10 candlesticks. Okay, so that's all we're doing. We have the tools now and the resources to find the trends before they fire. That's another word that you'll hear a couple of times. And we find them in the ideal spot to get on board, which is around the 21 EMA. If you think of those EMAs again as just signals that tell us and confirm what the trend is doing. So it's not difficult. The screen will look relatively busy when Dorian comes on and shows us his screen, but we'll break it down, and at the end of it, you'll be able to look and see at a glance what the trend is potentially going to do. Is it right 100% of the time? No, it's not right 100% of the time, but it's right many of the times.
Chuck, Drew, could you go ahead and say those EMAs that we use? We use I can see them. We use the 8 EMA, 21, the 34, 55, and the 89. Those are those EMAs that we use now.
Correct. And you know what I just learned? If those sound familiar, Jeff, you may know this, those are exactly the numbers on the Fibonacci.
Because so I use the EMAs, and I hadn't been using the ones that you all were using, because you all use five of them. I was using 3, but now I'm gonna add. I added 1 as well, so I'm like, let me go ahead and just add 1.
Yeah, you want to add those, and again, just through looking at videos in my studies, John Carter is the inventor of what we've been talking about, and this style of trading, this momentum style trading, trading through the time frames. And so what he says is those lower EMAs, the 8 and the 21, he calls those the triggers. The triggers. And then he calls those higher EMAs, exponential moving averages, he calls those the trends. So when those lower trigger 8 and the 21, when they cross the other 3, or especially the 34, that's a buy zone, as many people say, or an exit zone, depending on if you're bullish long on a stock or if you're short on a stock. I don't want to talk too much because that's overload, but all of this will be demonstrated when is Dorian even on? Because he's gonna take Dorian. You on here? Oh, not yet. Maybe he's not back because he said he had to make a run. I'm gonna call him right quick. But it's just another strategy that we're doing. The other thing is you can set this up based on your lifestyle. Some people say, well, I don't have the time to be a day trader. That's fine. In any time frame you find, these pips will run 8 to 10 moves. These candlesticks, if you find a trend, like I've been talking about, the uptrend or the downtrend. Okay. He's logging in now. You find a trend, it's going to run 8 to 10 moves, 8 to 10 candlesticks. So let's talk about that. And when you talk about time frames, let's start out with the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame is just saying that you're pulling back and you're looking at a particular stock through a week's paradigm, a week's view. So if I say each time frame will run 8 to 10 time frames or candles, think about that. Once the weekly finds, that means it's going to run from 8 to 10 weeks. I mean, you'll be able to eat off of that for quite some period. Then you go down to the day time frame. Don't get the time frames mixed up because I stumbled on those for a while. The time frame is just data, and then how are you viewing that data? I want to view it through 1 day's paradigm. So basically, you're saying 8 hours of trading time because there's 8 hours in the trading day. You're looking at that data. So every candlestick, if you're looking at a day frame, is a day's worth of trading. So if you catch one that fires, remember I was using that terminology, and it runs on the TTM squeeze. John Carter says every time frame runs for 8 to 10 candlesticks. So in the day frame, that's 8 to 10 days. You don't have to be scared about if the structure is right. Should I get out of here? If you've got it right, it's going to run 8 to 10 days. Now there'll be ebbs and flows. It'll pull back. It'll retrace, but it'll get higher. It'll go low. It'll get higher than the high. And if you come down on a 5-minute chart, if you look at things for a 5-minute chart, and you say, hey, I want to scalp. Then again, using that same concept, you're going to, on a 5-minute chart, if you find something structurally fine, it's going to run 8 to 10 candlesticks. Now that's 40 minutes. Don't get it mistaken. So now you're in and you're pretty much out. 40 minutes to, add another 10 minutes. So that makes it kind of easy. 8 to 10, no matter what time frame you're on, think of it from that perspective. Welcome, Dorian. I'll say it again, Dorian, I'll let you take over because you and I talked about it.
Okay.
This is strictly the install of kind of what I've been talking about. And I've kind of brought him up to speed, Dorian, a little bit.
Okay.
It's okay as you go through it to kind of go back over, but this is purely an install. Everybody's technology is a little bit different. And Dorian and I agreed that as we go through this material, that we'll field some questions, but relatively small questions that kind of keep us on track. For the sake of the video and the recording, we want to get through the install, and then at the end, more than likely we'll have time to circle back and drill down on some questions and maybe even some examples, et cetera, et cetera. So with that said,
Let's make sure that everybody is muted too as well.
okay.
Is this being recorded for everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Another thing, I don't know, is I sent out the Google Drive to everybody. I'm not sure if everybody got it, but if you didn't, or if you got it, just put a 1 in the chat. And for those that didn't, we'll have to get with you. So that way, when you are going through this video, if you're watching this back, then you'll be able to have access to these files and things that I'm about to, that's already in the drive. So what you may want to do while we're going through this video is go ahead and pull up that Google Drive. You're going to want to go to add-ons. Let me share my screen. Hey, how y'all doing? Happy Thursday. Sorry about that. We just getting back from the store. I had to make some runs. I apologize.
It's all good.
All right, so I'm creating a new document under the add-ons. It's going to be called scans. These are the ones that I personally have up. So you guys from here, if you have thinkorswim open, you'll be able to directly download it right now. And when we get to that part, I'll let you know where to go and navigate. But for the most part, if you can see the screen, my screen, where all of the charts are up, just drop a one in the chat. Let me know so everybody's on the same page. I'll even pull up the chat.
On the add-on, which file you looking at? Which file?
Just hold tight right there.
Okay.
We're gonna come back to it.
Okay, so where are we at exactly, Dorian? You said the drive?
Yeah, on the Google Drive, you'll see 3 different folders. One is videos, presentation, and add-ons. So just open up the add-ons because under there is where I'll be taking you. If you refresh your page, you'll see an untitled document, and that's the one that I'm gonna be dropping scans in a little bit later. I just want everybody.
You sent that to everybody?
Yeah, whatever the emails that y'all emailed me, that was on that list. That's who I sent it to. So if there's anybody missing, then we'll have to get them added on. But at least this is recorded, so you can come back and watch.
Got it.
All right. All right, so can everybody see my screen with all of the charts?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So we're just gonna go top to bottom. The first step, what we're going to want to do is create a new watch list. So if you don't have a watch list or don't even know what a watch list is, it's right here on the left panel. Do something. What's going on? My screen just froze. I don't know if it's just me, but every time market closes, I have to close down thinkorswim and open it back up.
Oh, really? No, I don't have that. There's a way to speed up your settings right at login.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to do it on one of my computers because I couldn't use the demand. You know that demand button you discovered? Where you can go back and back test real, scenarios. It wouldn't load up all that material. So I found a video on speeding up your RAM, et cetera, and it was TOS related. It was Google thinkorswim related.
Okay.
And it worked.
I'm pulling it back open. It don't take too long to open. I'm closing down some of these other applications that I had. I don't know. Maybe it's Zoom. I don't know.
So while you loading up,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the most updated. Like I don't have the version that you're going to give today, that TTM Squeeze Pro, the paid version.
Yeah.
It's okay to keep what I've got.
Correct.
Still upload everything new that we're going over today.
Yeah. What I'll do before we even start anything, I'll do a quick summary of what my chart looks like. So that way you can see like if that's going to fit your style or not. I personally like the TTM Pro as a secondary confirmation to my moves. So that's just, it's all preference at the end of the day. It does call more like fires and squeezes, but that's where understanding those dots, the whole gist of it comes in play. Because if you're comfortable just trading the regular squeeze, that's fine, but you can find a little bit more moves with having that TTM Pro on there. But again, it's preference, because some people don't like looking at, you know, all of the indicators at one time. But that TTM Pro indicator is in add-on. So if you go to the drives, you'll see I have one for scans and one for add-ons. And we'll talk about how to manually input those as well. All right, it's loading. Sorry, my daughter in the background, y'all, she tripped. Does everybody have Thinkorswim opened already? Because that'll help. Okay. We're sitting here waiting for me to put my password in. Okay. It's loading, guys. Just another moment. I think it's because I got this doggone mega wide screen. I got a 34-inch screen. And that's something that I meant to mention last time. Because I traded Forex predominantly, but now options is my baby. I'm options gang. But honestly, like getting a wider screen has transformed my trading tremendously.
I can't believe we've converted you. You
And look.
man, oh my God.
And not to say that Forex doesn't work, it's just better if you have a more capital, because I'm still going to use like capital that I earn in options and just put, flip it. Because man, it's crazy both ways.
Yeah.
I just wish there was a way I can scan for Forex pairs, like how we scan here in the for squeezes and stuff and customize scripts. That changed the game for me. I think that was the biggest converter for me.
I actually thought it worked for Forex. I thought you told me that it was it transitioned over.
For the watch list, I can see the Forex pairs, but I can't scan them. And that was the thing.
I got you.
All right, it's almost up.
find it.
Man, you're gonna need to get a higher speed over there, man.
Man, listen, it don't be doing this. I wonder if it's because I'm doing Zoom right now. But typically I can have like Photoshop open. I can be editing a video. It's crazy. I upgraded my RAM to 16 gigs.
Hey, Dorian,
Yeah.
send it to GJ to the house.
What's that?
You never sent it, all the scans. You sent it to me personally, but I
get in first.
but when you get in, I want your mom to be able to do it on her computer too.
Okay.
I don't know if you emailed that to because you knew I had it in my personal email.
What are you talking about? The drive?
Drive. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or allow her to get in. Do you have to put our email on that drive, or do you have to send it, or just allow?
I just got to put her email on.
Do DJ to the house because you never sent it to that address.
Oh, okay. All right, come on, Toss.
Yeah, it does that sometimes. If I'm hosting a Zoom, or maybe it's you because you're sharing. Yeah, it's like you're the host. It's when you share your screen. I have to go be in a certain part of the house, or I'll get a message that the service is lagging or breaking or something. It's crazy.
Man, I'm running gig speed over here. It ain't nothing but maybe 6, 7 devices, if anything.
You need to get that squirrel a carrot and speed him up in the wheel. Is that Bougie? That's Bougie. Is that Bougie?
I didn't know if y'all could hear him.
Bougie has
Brian.
made an appearance.
Brian's agitating him.
Oh, I'm sorry. You guys still see my screen?
Nope.
So
No. All right. All right, here we go. Oh, man, I have my volume down if anybody was talking to me. I can hear now. All right, cool. Can everybody see that?
Yes, sir.
All right, sorry, guys. Jeez.
You got it, Chen? Send that to GJ. That drive.
That's it right there, GJ to the house.
Yep, at gmail.com. Yep. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let's get this thing moving. So first off, I'll show you guys what this looks like, what we're setting up. So this is my everyday screen for just one chart. Like I said, I do set up 6 different charts, and it's all preference. It's all what you want to do, how you trade, what time frame you want to trade. But without getting too technical, what you see with these lines right here, these are the EMAs. These EMAs are giving us really precise information about how price is reacting in the market, momentum, different things like that. And without getting technical, we only look at like maybe these first 3 for confirmations of entries, things like that. But we'll be setting up this. Also, along with these EMAs, it comes with this label that says stacked. So if these EMAs are on top of each other, like the green is on top of the blue, blue on top of the white, and so on, like a flaky biscuit, that means stacked. So EMAs are stacked, you'll get the green light. If it's not stacked, if it's kind of in here, like how this red was dipping below the 21, the blue is the 21, that's when you'll see that it's a red. It'll still say stacked EMAs, it'll just be red. So that way you know it's not a green light, don't trade, pretty much. These labels up here are my my multi-squeeze. So it shows me the squeezes that's happening for that time frame. So the D stands for daily. I'm on the daily time frame. And if we look down here, it's green, that green dot. That's what that symbolizes. If we went to the week, it'll be a red dot right there. So it's talking about this first dot. Back here is the histogram. This is talking about the squeeze histogram. So looking at that bar right there, that's a white bar on the daily, it matches up right here and so on. So as you go down the line, like if I go down to a minute frame, you'll see all of them populating here. See that? So the ones that I turn on is, you can see a month, week, day, 4 hours, 2 hours, 60, 30 minutes. Now, as you're going through the training in that drive, I know it's a lot of training. And if you haven't been updated on the add-ons page, no, under the videos folder in that drive, you'll see a Google Drive document that has the link to the private YouTube that has all of these videos. I couldn't put it in the drive because they were like 10 hours long. It's like 5 of them. And he goes very in depth about everything that we're talking about and what we're trading in this system. And if anybody hadn't read my email, he made more now at this point, over $16 million this year alone, and it's not even done. So just doing the TTM strategy. So we're, just kind of piggybacking off of his education, learning as much as we can and soaking up the game and sharing insight with each other. But at least we'll all be set up to do the same thing. So when calls come out, everybody will understand the lingo that's being said. So to get back on topic, so you'll get the labels, you'll get the EMAs. This first lower bracket is the TTM. Now this one is the regular free TTM squeeze indicator. I added the momentum line behind it. That's my preference. You don't have to if you don't want to. When it comes to trading, confluence is everything. So the more things that tell me that it's going up, the better. Down here is the TTM Pro. Now you also have access to this indicator. You don't have to put it on there, but just take a look at where it's black right here. I turned off the histogram. I can turn it on, but I don't like to, because the histogram is the same. What's different are these dots. So the black stands for a weak squeeze. Red stands for the regular squeeze. And I just want to show you an example. So there it is. So red stands for the regular squeeze that we see up here. Black is a weak squeeze, and they're rare, but you'll see an orange or a yellow. That means a strong squeeze. Dang, where'd it go? The orange means a strong squeeze. So that means that something is about to happen, pretty much. Get ready, stay near the computer or wherever you're looking at, because when it fires off is typically hit it in the direction that the EMAs are stacked. I don't know where it went, but that's what that means. So again, it's preference. If you don't have it on, it's not going to hurt you. You're just not going to see as many setups. So for me, I keep it on to just kind of confirm movements. And sometimes it happens before the move. So looking at this pair, you see it gave us squeeze indication before the price actually went up. So if you were a risky trader and you knew, something about this pair right here, maybe some news came out, you saw down here that, or you saw that the momentum was headed up. Like there's a lot of things that you can look at to confirm you saying, okay, I'm gonna get in the call. So that's what the TTM Pro helps with. And here's the wave. The wave is also free. So the wave confirms momentum. So white is strong bearish. Well, at least for the wave right here. Red is weak bearish, white is strong bearish. And as it flips, you see is weak bullish, and then it turns strong bullish. Same up here, white is strong bearish, the gray is weak bearish, and bright red, strong bearish, weak bearish for the dark red. And you can also customize these colors. So that's what is going to be on your charts now. This is what we're setting up. To go along with that, we have these watch lists that we'll be setting up. And these are the scans that I'm going to offer you guys. Well, not the 20 over 200. I'm still testing that one. I'll give you guys this 8 over 34 cross because that one's very important. But just looking at this gives you a brief synopsis of what's going on with the pair before you even analyze it on the charts over here. Before we even get into the in-depth of this, my charts, my time frame is week, daily, 4 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour, 30. What is this one? 15, 5, and 1. Now, the reason that I do that is because I like to see the whole totality of that that stock. Because it's like a Google Earth. Like if you ever been on Google Earth, you can zoom all the way out to the whole globe or zoom all the way into the top of your house. And
hey, slow down just a little bit and kind of direct people's eyes to your pointer as you move a little bit more, because I mean it's we can see it. I know I can see it because I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just taking in consideration people that are looking at this for the first time.
Okay.
Let them know where your pointer is. I'm in the left margin, the right margin, things
Got
like
you.
that.
Okay.
Okay.
So as far as this right margin, this is our grid of our time frames that we're going to also set up. You can do just one chart if you want. For me, like I said, I use the 9 different time frames, and that's just my preference. Let me load it back up. TTM squeeze. And that just helps me see the whole move before I make a decision to take that call or not. So now hitting over here to this left margin, I can actually pop it out so we can focus in on just this so you're not getting confused. What this is telling me is it tells a story. So here's our stocks that we select, and this scan that it's pulling from is already customized with certain information like $1 million market cap, $300,000 value during that day. Only scan stocks or show me stocks that have stacked EMAs that we talked about. So we get a picture of what this looks like before we even open it up. Based on John Carter, he says no squeeze, no trade. So this particular scan up here, the TTM 5-dot squeeze, which I'll drop a link to later, is going to give us scans that have at least 5 red dots or more. So looking at this, you'll only see 5 or more. That means that the stock for the long run hasn't took off yet. So you can swing these. What we look for now, what we're learning is multiple squeezes is the best way to do it. So looking at this, I'll open up this one, assign. So it says the daily squeeze 15 dots. Looking at the daily, if I open up this chart, it's going to show us that it's been in a 15 dot squeeze or more. And you can count them down there. So it matches up, everything matches up. So you have complete confidence that every move is calculated. All right. So this first column to talk about this is our ATR, the average true range. Based on the past 14 days, Assign has only moved, it moves $4.72 within a day. So that helps us with our entries and our exits, because if we try to enter and it's already moved maybe $5, that's not a good move. This also helps with stop losses, take profits, things like that. Let's move over to this column. The scan already takes care of this, but just for your own visual benefit, this shows that each EMA on those time frames are stacked. So looking at the week, the daily, the 4 hour, 2 hour, and 1 hour, they all are stacked. That confluence is everything. Looking at DHI, it's in a multiple time frame squeeze from the week, day 4, 2, 1. All of the EMAs are stacked. Now, here's the thing about the histogram. The histogram, remember, is it's on the squeeze indicator. This histogram, these white bars, the gray bars, the red, that's what that's talking about. So based off one of our original instructors that we were watching, her name is Dr. B. She looks for positive all across the board. So she looks for as soon as the market opens at 9:30, the bell goes off, she scans to see, is the pair in a squeeze on multiple time frames? So looking at NOC, yes. So that checks off. Are the EMAs stacked? Yes. And then are all the histograms the color that she's looking for? In my case, mine is white, and in her case, I want to say it's blue. So if everything matches up, she literally just throws 30 contracts on it and she banks maybe $500, $800 here, $1,000 within minutes, and she's out. So this helps us get a read at a very fast pace. So we'll be setting this up. So with all that said, now we can start to build this. But before I move on, I just kind of want to take the temperature. Does anybody have any questions about any part of this so far? We good? If you're good to move on, hit a 1 in the chat for me so we can keep moving.
Yeah, again, I think that's good. Just to kind of talk through everything, and people will be able to circle back when on the video and make sure that they understand. And the more shop, the more we call it, then it's all new to many people, but it'll start to click.
Okay.
The terminology like swing means you're not in and out of it the same day. You're not a day trader in that respect, and that's good too, because in order to day trade, you have to have more than, what is it, $25,000 in your account.
Yeah.
Do it more than 3 times in 1 week, they label you a pattern day trader. And I don't know what the consequences are.
I think they lock you down for.
Do they lock you down for a week or so?
Yeah.
They lock you down for 90 days.
Oh, is it 90 days?
Depending on what platform you use. I know if you use Robinhood or Webull or something like that, it's like 90 days.
So,
Yeah.
so we can avoid being a pattern day trader, which is crazy. I mean, like, you can't be in and out of the trade in the same day more than 3 times a week. So with this strategy, you can find some that you can swing. In other words, carry for 2 or 3 days or a week or so. It's your call. Dorian, are you talking? Because we can't hear you. Or is it me?
No, we can't hear him.
Okay. Is his lips
I don't
moving?
think he's saying anything, is it? Okay. No, I
I
can't
can't
hear
hear
him.
Dorian, we can't hear you.
He's talking.
We can't hear you.
Trying to fix this sticker.
Unmute, Dorian.
Take the camera lens cap off, huh?
Something.
Check.
Yeah.
Oh,
There you
hey.
go.
Hey,
So I was
Told you take that mute button off, man.
Man, listen. I write script, y'all. Don't be trying to come for me like I'm CA. No, I was trying to use some headphones to try to see if I could hear y'all better.
that didn't work.
Not at all. All right. First step is setting up your time frames. So you don't have to do this if you don't want. If you just like trading maybe the daily, the weekly, monthly, that's cool. But to change your chart layout, there is a chart button up here or a grid button up here. You click that and you can select by hovering over, going down your columns and rows. So I set up 9 different rows. And after you do so, you can also save that grid. So every time I come in here, I can just click it and it'll populate that layout.
Mhm. Okay, I don't know.
Hey, Dorian, you were saying something about we need to set up a new watch list.
Yeah, I just wanted to get people the grid if they wanted to do that part. This watch list is literally next.
Okay.
So if you don't have watch list set up and you need to, if you don't even see this left panel, there's a little arrow on the left side of your screen. You click that arrow and it'll pop out this panel. From here, click the plus sign at the bottom. It'll bring up some gadgets and you select watch list. One thing you also want to do is pair your watch list with your charts. So that means, or link them with your charts. So on that watch list, there is a little link button. You click that and just choose a color, whatever you prefer. I did red. And you would also do that on your chart. So you come to the chart, click that symbol link, and choose the same color that you chose. And that way, every time you click on a pair, or I say pair for works, but every time you click on a stock, it will populate on all your charts that you have set up, rather than you coming up here and typing it every time. That can be a pain.
I don't see the link. I don't know where you are.
Right.
The link is, so on the watch list, it's right next to the up and down arrow.
Mhm.
You don't have that link button?
Yeah, I have a number 2 there. And then it says unlink, but then the link comes up again.
So if it's a 2, that means it's on yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just navigate to your chart. Any
I don't
chart.
have any of these set up. Just any of them?
Yeah, any of them. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm
But
on my
if you-
chart.
Yeah. You just click that symbol link button again and choose yellow. And now it'll populate.
Hey, Dorian, also in that whole menu, that whole left menu, some people may have a calculator, People may have the news up there. You may want to show them how to clean that up, their whole left margin,
Got you.
and then populate the watch list.
Yeah. So if you got all of that going on down here, there's a gear button, customize gadgets. You click that, and from there you can X out of the things that you don't want.
That up there needs to go.
Mm-mm.
That's what you want.
I literally just use the watch list because I on the TD Ameritrade app, I can get to all of those gadgets if I need to, like news and things. That's actually on the options chain. It's just a button. So from here, we want to navigate back to our charts because we want to start putting these indicators on here.
So click on the charts.
So I'm going to pull open a pair of stock, I mean. So to make this simple, just deal with one. Just if you want to, if you have these 9 different charts open, or 3, however many you have, in the top right, make sure you select it. It'll turn blue in that toolbar up here. You want to navigate all the way to the right, those 3 lines, click that and hit maximize sell.
So should I have already added the TTM squeeze study? Because I don't see this.
No,
we're already.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're about to add all of those indicators right now.
Yeah, because I didn't get the grid. I don't know how to add the grid. It's not coming up for me.
Oh, the grid. If you can see in the top right-hand corner of your screen, you should see a grid button, and you can click that drop down. And from there,
it's not there. Like I see yours. I don't see it though.
It should be up under the on demand.
Yeah, right under
mine
there.
isn't there. It's just a single. Okay, now I see it. Sorry. So select 9. Draw it. I got you.
Okay, Sabrina, how did you get to it? Because I'm dealing with one laptop
Okay, so you
that
just
don't.
got like one little square there. Click on that square. If
The
you
one
have
that
one.
show grid
Like
action.
right on demand, it's probably a single box there.
Yeah, I'm used to
single
seeing a
box.
single, but
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
So
see what
click
you're
on
saying.
that single box and then draw it out for 9.
Yeah.
It won't. I don't have it.
For now though, guys, just do one.
Just do one. Okay.
Yeah, because we're gonna set up one, save it as a layout, and then when we open up the 9 grid, we can just right click and paste it or load this style. So we don't have to keep doing this.
Okay, I'm on the one. Did you find it, Gerald?
yeah, I'm on Jeanette's and she's got a whole different deal. Go ahead. I'll figure it out over here. I got mine set up. I'm trying to set hers up.
Okay, so I'm gonna start from scratch. You set the chart default. All right. So if yours looks like, does everybody's look like this? I haven't seen the default in so long.
Yes.
Okay. So what we want to do is right click. When you right click, let me do it up here. When you right click, go down to studies, and you're gonna hit edit studies. When that's up, all you're gonna do is hit create. Under this whole scrolling, all these indicators right here, you'll see create. You'll get the script editor that pops up. Make sure you're not on condition wizard. If you're on condition wizard, you'll see close. On that toolbar, go to the right and hit think script editor. Highlight all of that, delete it. From here, you want to go to the drive. Go to add-ons. And you want to hit the TTM Squeeze Pro indicators. And it'll pull up this document for you where we were going to copy the script. So that's the Squeeze Pro. I may be under the wrong one I'm seeing. Well, you can grab this one. If you're under the TTM Pro indicator, you can go ahead and grab this because we're going to need it anyway. But you want to highlight all of the little script. Jesus, my computer's going slow. All right, so we copy that script and we come back to Thinkorswim and paste it. Once it's pasted, you just hit OK. And I'm not gonna hit OK because I already have one. But before you hit OK, actually up top, just change it to whatever you want. So for this one, if you just want to keep it by the book, just say TTM underscore squeeze underscore pro. And then you hit OK. And that one's in.
TTM Squeeze Pro.
The first one I was trying to get you is, it's probably under this document, Thinkorswim custom, that's custom scans. I know I gave you guys the indicators.
Change.
Go back.
Maybe you went back and undid it and redid it.
All right, I'm gonna drop the indicators in there. I don't see it.
This is the step I do all of it. Want to do 9?
No, that's not.
Okay, there it is. All right.
Oh,
Well, I'm dropping the indicators in right now. So it's the Thinkorswim custom indicators. That's under the drive, under add-ons. There we go. You double click that and each one of these we're going to import. If you already did the TTM Pro, the TTM Squeeze Pro, you don't have to do that one again. Just do everything else. So we need the stacked EMAs. You want to do the multi-squeeze Pro and the multi-histogram Pro. So I'm going to set it up to show you guys what the end result should look like. But all you're doing is going to the drive, open up the custom indicators document and copying all of that script. And if you need help with getting back to how you customize the script, I can help you with that. One thing I do want to point out is when you do the multi-squeeze pro indicator and the multi-histogram indicator, what's going to happen is you're going to see on the lower time frames, anything lower than a day is going to ask you about aggregation. Oh, no, we're not on that part. Don't worry about that. That's on the watch list. So just copy all of those scripts over and well, Dad, how you want to do it? Would you like to wait or you want me to comb through it?
Yeah, comb through it. We need everything. We need everything on video, on recorded.
Okay.
So once you copy, because we got a little bit sidetracked, just to kind of circle back quickly. Once you copy whatever your script is, you come back to the edit study strategy and paste them in there, correct?
Yes. Under edit studies, you hit create.
Edit study, okay.
And under that think script editor, just delete what's in there and then paste what's in the drive for that indicator.
Right, I remember that part.
For me, I turn volume off. You can keep it on, but just looking at my screen, all of these are on the top. So where it says price right here, that means it's on that top chart where all of the candlesticks are. As you get lower, you'll see volume. For me, like I said, I turn that off. Under TTM squeeze, that's the regular TTM squeeze. For that one, that's not a copy and paste. That one you can just type it in TTM, and then you'll see TTM squeeze right there. You just say add selected, and it'll move over. So the way that I stacked mine was the TTM squeeze and the momentum. Momentum is also a free indicator. So you just type it in and it'll pop up. M-O-M-E-N. It's in the mix right there. And that one you leave on default, the 12 and you close. TTM squeeze you can leave on default as well. But the way that I stack my candles, the frame where the candlesticks are, is I did the multi-squeeze pro first. Like it is a little hassle because you do have to put these in multiple times. So if you want to show the squeezes on all of the different time frames, you'll have to literally add that multi-squeeze pro and then change it to a week. Well, no, you don't have to change anything. I just labeled mine a week. Let me make sure I'm telling you guys that right. Aggregation day. Yeah, let me make sure I'm telling you guys that. Okay. So what we're doing when we add the multi-squeeze pro and the histogram, I'm sorry, this is a fairly new one, so I had to remember. The multi-squeeze pro and histogram, those are the labels up top that tells you for that time frame if it's in a squeeze and what that histogram looks like for that time frame. Once those are inputted in your studies, you'll just hit the gear button next to it. So if you're ever in here and you want to edit one of the script, you'll have to double click the scroll. But for this purpose, once it's in here, we'll click the gear, and that gear is going to pull up the aggregation that we're telling it to specify. So for this one, we're telling it for the 4-hour period, show me that histogram. And from here, you can also change your colors. You can customize it. I've seen so many charts. The girls be doing like purple and gold or things, that's gonna resonate with you. But make sure that you know what your bullish and what your bearish is. Other than that, the spacer. I think the spacer is in the indicator script that I gave you guys. Let me double check. because I added the spacer in between, so that way I can see them separately. I can see the label separately. I'm going to try something with you guys that I've never done. I'm going to try to share my chart, because that would probably eliminate all of this time that we're spending on this part. And I'll drop it in I'll drop a link in the chat. I'll see if that works. And it should take you to another screen for you to install it directly on your Thinkorswim right now.
That'd be cool. I've seen people share a custom screen before. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, it says, yes, share everything on the chart. This chart contains custom scripts, so it'll just import everything. TTM Squeeze Pro, okay. Share. Okay. All right, so I just put the link in the chat. Somebody let me know if that works.
Hey, you did it in the chat. Can you do it in like the drive?
Yeah, I can put it in the drive.
Because everybody's working on one unit and not the other.
Okay, yeah, I got you. All right, if you're on the drive, just refresh it under add-ons and you'll see TTM Pro Squeeze chart layout. And under that document is the link if you can't get to it from the chat. Man, I would save so much time. Dad, I wish, can we do it for the watch list? Do you know?
Which one did you just drop in? The TTM Pro Squeeze?
Yeah, the chart layout.
All right.
I don't see no way to share my watch list. That would be dope.
That's the link.
Okay. And where should I open this link?
I'm not in the drive. Is it in the drive, anybody?
Yeah, it's in the
Yeah,
drive.
it's in the drive.
You got to refresh it probably.
Yeah, it's in there.
What's it? You refresh, babe.
I did.
And then what I had to do was open it manually. You scroll down and it says open manually, hit the little plus sign where it says open manually. And what it does, it shows you how to go there. So you can copy that. And then it says open Thinkorswim. And then it says set up, open shared item, paste the link.
So where did you find open shared item in Thinkorswim?
So open shared item is going to be, trying to figure it out. I had it before. Oh, hit the gearbox. I'm sorry. Hit the gearbox where it says set up at the top right-hand side.
I see it.
And then the second one down says open shared item.
Yep.
And then you're just going to click in the URL right there. Paste it. Sorry.
And import. Okay, so I have the chart.
You pull it up?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to do the same thing for the watch list. I've never done this, so it may or may not work, but give it a shot. Oh, that sauce tonight. Oh.
What are you doing, Dad?
Daddy's on the call.
Dad.
Ooh, who's that?
The popsicle.
That's not a popsicle. That's an action figure.
So, but I have a chart, but it's like separate from my Thinkorswim main login page. So I'm not sure how to incorporate that there.
Okay, say it again.
It's like separate from my main Thinkorswim page though. Like
What you
it's
should,
a
right,
separate-
right. So what you do is go to your main Thinkorswim page.
Mhm.
Go to your main Thinkorswim page.
I'm here under the charts.
Right, and then go up under where it says setup. Up at the top right with the gearbox.
Studies,
Yep.
Go to study.
studies, where you at, Chuck?
Okay, so once you clicked on everything on that link where it says open up manually,
Oh, I gotta go back to that.
It didn't save is what I'm saying in my chart.
Oh,
I don't know. It's
okay,
like a
so when
separate-
you got it, but then you have to save it somehow. Let me see here.
Oh, yeah, I can show her how to save it. So you're on the new one, right?
Yes.
Are
See, you know, yeah.
you right click anywhere on the chart.
Yep.
You'll go down to style.
Okay.
And then at the bottom, you say save style.
Okay.
Make sure you check the box that says include patterns and study set, and then call it whatever you want.
Which one is this? The PRO 5 dot? Wait, that's what this is.
No.
TTM Pro 5 dot.
You can just call it TTM squeeze.
Okay.
But
Because I
this,
already have one called that. That's why I was.
Oh, okay. Say TTM
Pro
squeeze pro.
this the
Yeah, that's
pro?
the one I have already.
Yeah, this
Okay.
one includes the pro indicator.
This is
Yeah,
the, this is the paid for pro indicator. This is not the free version.
no,
Well-
I'd already followed his instruction from the first file to import TTM Pro squeeze. So I already have that study on my page. But if I import
Gotcha.
this one, I don't know what override it.
You asking?
If I save it the same.
No, do it on here. The mic is-
Hey, Dorian,
Yeah.
I need you to go back to where you pasted that.
Pasted what?
Pasted the link that you sent, that you put into
Oh, it's
Drive.
under add-ons.
Okay, I got that and I copied the link. It's now in Thinkorswim where I need to know where to go.
Okay. So if it takes
Scroll
you back,
down.
huh?
Tell her to scroll down because you're on that Thinkorswim, right? Where it tells you scroll down and hit the plus button for manual.
I don't see nothing about that
No,
manual.
did you?
Are you on a Mac?
Yes, I'm on a Mac.
All right. So on the chart, just right click, go to style, and see if you can say load style.
Style and load style.
Yeah. Do you see anything pop up that says TTM Pro?
She hasn't copied it. You need to go to the Google Drive. You got to do something in the Google Drive first.
I copied it already.
No,
You
you need
gotta
to
go-
click on it.
Yeah,
Click
go
on it
to
so
that
it brings it
physical
up.
link.
Click on the
Click
link.
on the link and it'll bring it up.
Right.
Oh, okay. Oh, why is mine saying open an account?
Scroll down
To
to where
open
you see-
manually?
Yeah.
Yep. Click on the little sign that says open manually.
Okay,
And then go up to your gearbox up there to the right on the top that says setup. Top right.
We're still in the open manually, the 1, 2, 3 setup, paste link.
Oh, okay, so if you're in there, go to your, you know where it says click on it to copy? It should say click on it to copy.
We've done this, I've done this before, right
Click on
there.
to copy.
So click it, now it's copied. Then
Okay.
go to your Thinkorswim.
Mm-hmm.
And once you bring up Thinkorswim, you should have it on charts, but go over there to the top right and the gearbox says setup.
Top right setup.
Okay.
Click on it. And
Yep.
then it goes down to where it says open shared item. Click on that.
Got it.
All right. And then once you get on the open shared item, paste your URL in there, in that spot right there. Then hit preview.
I told you didn't copy it.
It did copy. Okay, keep going.
And then hit import.
That link, the click to copy link is not responding. We'll figure it out. Okay, I've done this 3 weeks ago, but I ran into this problem too. Okay.
All right, where we at, guys?
Did you send the watch list or what else did you share?
Yeah, the watch list is in there too. I sent 3 of them. The 5-dot squeeze, the daily squeeze, the TTM bag, and the TTM 8/34 cross. Each one, I don't know if it's going to pull up the watch list with all of these scripts inside of it, or if it's just going to pull up the scan. I don't know. So try it and see, because if we have to manually import it, that's fine. I just wanted to see if we can do the same thing like how we did with the chart.
Hey, Dorian, everybody else, I'm gonna have to get up out of here now. It's anniversary night, so.
Oh man, happy anniversary.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Happy anniversary, bro.
Appreciate it, man. Good stuff, man. I put everything in that I needed to, and I'll put in the rest after watching it.
Okay, no
Thanks.
problem, no problem. Enjoy your night.
Thank you.
All right, Jeff. Did y'all get the other scans that came over to the drive?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because mine's still not populating.
Was anybody able to successfully import the watch list?
There's a workaround. Save it to your desktop. Because it's trying to open it up like a movie. It's got the same suffix on it as a movie.
No, I'm gonna have to go back and do this one-on-one, man. I'm not a computer person.
Hey, I'm gonna have
I'm computer illiterate. So I'm gonna get with somebody to get all this, because
Yeah, it's I knew it'd be a little challenging, but it's more than anything we wanted to get it on video.
yeah, so I can kind of.
Has anybody been able to, Chuck, you been able to upload the watch list?
I haven't put it on there, but I'm still working with my other one first here, the first one.
What is on that? Turn the sound down. Okay. I got the that's interesting. I got the first one, but I didn't upgrade, got the other ones yet.
All right, well, I'm gonna drop off. Chuck, I'm gonna get with you, and I get Jenny to cook dinner or something, man.
Yeah, come by, because it's gonna be one of those where you come by.
Hey, we're gonna be figuring it out together because I can manipulate the tool, but loading it all up, I still struggle.
Yeah, so
I'm glad to have it on video so I can take my time.
right. Yeah, I can go back and kind of look and see. So
Now,
all
Dorian,
right, y'all take care.
All
But I
right.
get
Have a good
all
night.
right,
hey,
all right.
Dorian.
Have a good holiday.
Oh, thank you,
All
sir.
right,
You too.
So Dorian, so that, the first one, I'm gonna just ask you the question on this one. When I did on the drive, we had the,
What you doing?
let me see here, I'm trying to get to the, here we go. We had the chart layout. I did that chart layout. Should I have the, like the 9 frames up there, like telling me day, week, or whatever?
You don't have to initially. I was just trying to get this set up. But if you do that, you're gonna have to save that chart layout. So once you have the chart successfully loaded, you right click, you go to style, and you save that style. Once that
Right.
style is saved, you can go to another chart, right click and paste it.
Okay, I got you.
Hey, I got to leave this, but hey, Dorian, I'm proud of you, brother. I'm just sitting here marveling, man. So tell the family hello, and I'm proud of all you, all Chuck and Gerald and all of you.
Appreciate
Hello,
it. Thank you.
everybody. Have a nice week. Have a nice holiday.
All right, you too. So,
I'm trying to watch this right now.
okay. But yeah, once you have, like, if you pull up 9 different frames, they'll say enter a symbol. So you just select some, or you can link it to your watch list. But you have to populate a chart. Once the chart is populated, you right click, you go to style, and then load that style that you saved. And you just rinse and repeat for all 9.
Gotcha.
From there, once they're all loaded, then you can right click that grid where it says on demand, like right under there, and you can say save grid as. And then at that point, you'll never have to do this again.
So I went to the, once I got this thing saved, so now I click on the chart, right click on it, and you said copy, but where's the copy at?
Well, it's not copy. I was just saying, like, you can paste it onto another one by right clicking. Let me pull it back up. You just right click, you go down to style, and next to style, you'll see load style.
Okay, so I load the one that I named it, right?
Correct. So you just rinse and repeat for each grid.
Gotcha.
Has anybody been able to get the watch list up there?
Nah, it said I wasn't permitted to do it.
Not permitted?
Yeah, like, hold on, it's a screen that pop up, a blue screen. I'm gonna read you what it say. It say study filters allow skins based on predefined customs. You're not permitted to do these customs.
They want you to manually import those scripts. I know what you're talking about. So
what is he on?
He's trying to import one of these watch lists, but he has to have the scripts already in his Thinkorswim database for him to do it, which is no problem, because once he puts these scripts in, then he can do that again. He can just click that link again and it'll populate. So, cuz what you got to do is double click that gear on that watch list, the new one that you made. Just double click it and hit customize.
So
Do you get you on the screen like this?
I see it.
All right.
Yeah.
So From here where it says available items, click look up item and then type in custom. Well, mine ain't gonna show up because I done used all mine, but you should see like 16 of those customs.
Yeah.
From there, just click one, it don't matter, but you gotta click the scroll. When you double click the scroll, it'll pop open the Think Script Editor. You see this screen?
So I click OK.
Are you on this Think Script Editor?
Oh yeah, I'm right there. Yep.
All right, so now you got to go grab the script. So go back to the drive.
All right.
And let me see where it's at.
It's in the link.
Hold on, I'm trying to find where I sent it. Did I send y'all these? It's the EMA squeezing the histo. Come in.
My sister won't let me see the tablet.
Okay, y'all share. Please tell her daddy said share. Okay, thank you.
Hey, Dorian.
Yeah.
All right. So you know when we have the 9 time frames, right?
Yeah.
So when you get to the 2 hour, when you get to the 2 hour one, how are you putting the 2 hours on the chart where it says, you know, where you have weekly, daily, then I got a 4 hour, then I need to do a 2 hour.
You said, how am I doing that?
Yeah.
So if you have all your grids open, first of all, you want to select a stock because I don't believe it's going to let you edit anything until something is selected.
Yeah, I got a stock on there. I'm just trying to figure out how do I change it to a 2 hour span, which is like 120 minutes.
Yeah, it's right here. On the actual chart, you'll see that aggregation right here. So you just click it and it'll pop open all of the time frames.
Okay, 2 hours, but then there's a date. Do you put a date in there?
A date?
Yeah, like when you customize it, it pulls up. Let me go back here. Okay, no, okay, I see now.
Yeah, like for mine, I like seeing a lot of data, just for like supply, demand, support, resistance, things like that. So for my 2 hour, like I opened it up for a year, and to do something like that, once you pull open a time frame, you hit customize list, and from here you can add your own time frame and customize it.
Yeah, because I'm just looking like normally it's showing me daily, so I hit daily, and then I said time interval. It's got 1 month, 3 months, a year to date, 6 months, 9 month, year, maximum available. But I'm just trying to get it so I can get the 2 hour one in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 1 day. Maybe I can get 2. Okay, 2 hours. 1 day, 2 hours.
Yeah.
All right, I think I got it.
So it's probably best if we finish the install at least, because we got sidetracked on sharing, but we still didn't get through everything, did we?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish that up. I didn't get you guys the watch list script. So I'm creating that one right now. I thought that was already in there, but it's simple. Here's the TTM.
I need, me and Autumn need the melatonin.
Okay, we'll get it in the bathroom.
Where's your dad? Whoa, this is bigger.
If you're doing your watch list right now, you should be able to start going ahead and customizing these or importing them. Hey, Chayden, bring it out, please.
So I followed the manual process like for the watch list and I see it here, but it's not integrated. So how am I supposed to save this? It looks different from when I saved the chart. It's not saved in my view. I don't know if that makes sense.
So you already set up your scripts on the watch list?
No, I followed when you shared your watch list before earlier, you were trying to see if that worked.
Uh-huh.
So I followed the process to actually go load it and open and share, and I see it here, but it's not actually in my watch list in the desktop. It's a separate window right now.
It's a separate window.
Yeah, like before when I had to save it under my chart. Before it was separate before I saved the chart. Now it's still separate for this.
Okay. All you probably have to do is if you're looking at my screen, do you see this left panel?
Oh, it doesn't even look like that though.
Really?
What I have it. It's got quote, symbol, last net fit. It's
okay.
It
doesn't look anything like that.
No.
Okay. So what I'm doing now, you may have to manually input these scripts, these 3 scripts, and from there, that link that I put for the watch list, when you click that, it should auto-populate this whole visual for you.
So I need to do the script input first.
Yeah, it's just 3 of them. Like, so you won't have to come in here and add each individual one of these. And I'm putting that under the add-ons right now.
So which document am I clicking on?
I'm pasting this last one. One moment. But it's called the TTM watch list script.
Hey, I'm out of too, guys. I'll catch you guys.
Okay.
Later. Oh, it's dying on me.
All right, guys. So now it's up there under the add-ons. Just refresh it, hit TTM watch list script, and that script is going to be pasted in the ThinkScript editor under your customs. So I'll walk through that one more time. So once you're on your watch list that you need to customize, look over to the right side and you should see a small gear, a little settings button. You double click that and hit customize. It'll pull up a new window. From that new window under available items, you'll click on look up a column. You can just type custom. For me, you won't see the customs, but for you, you'll see like 16 different selections where you can customize the script. All we'll be doing is using 3. I actually got to get you the ATR as well. The last one. Come on, paste it. There we go. All right. So under that watch list script, when you copy one, make sure when you find your customs, you double click the scroll. Make sure you're under Think Script Editor. If there's something that pops up here, just clear it out and paste the script that you just got from the drive. And from there, you can just call it the name that's in the watch list. So it'll say ATR, one should say squeeze, one should say EMAs. So you just save that in the column name and hit OK.
Apply and okay.
Yeah, apply and OK. But as long as it's in there, what I believe is the system was just waiting for that script to be in the database. And from there is going to customize the set off of the link. So I sent you guys that custom watch list link. So when you open it up in your Thinkorswim, it should auto populate to look exactly like this because you'll now have the script ready.
Mm-hmm.
So I should try to import that again, you're saying?
Yeah, after you manually import those scripts.
Yeah, I just did those 3.
Okay.
Okay. So now I'm going back to the TTM Pro watch list, the first of the 3.
Yep. Yep, any one of those.
Okay. Try the first one. Open it. Copy.
Okay. So I just did it with you guys to see what would happen. And it's not showing that visual.
Okay, so I see EMA, histogram, and ATR, but I don't see, I guess, the others. I see the 3, yeah.
So the window that popped up for you, it just showed it just shows 3 of them, but it's not uniform like this.
Right, no, I don't see all of those. The stack settings and yeah, I only have those 3 custom scripts showing now. But I removed all the other fields that I had before, like Ask did, all the other stuff that was on my watch list.
Uh-huh.
So now I only see these 3.
Okay. So with this part, you do have to find that custom scan and import it for each time frame. This was the part I was trying to avoid, but it seems like we have to do it. Mm-hmm. So what I did, so on that watch list, you just hit the gear again, customize, and under available items, you do custom. Mm-hmm. And you're just going to keep setting these up for each time frame. So For the squeeze, I called mine WK squeeze, D squeeze, 4-hour squeeze. So you just go down the line by creating them off of the customs that they give you. Now, one thing I do want to point out is when you get to the lower count, go ahead.
I don't know where you're saying off the squeeze that they give me. Sorry. So I went on available items and I typed custom, right?
Uh-huh.
The left. And then where did you go from there? You clicked
From-
on the scroll.
Yeah, so one of the available customs, you'll have
Yeah.
to double click it.
I did that.
Think script editor, and you'll just paste the script again. So you'll have to do this for each time frame. So if you're doing the squeeze script, you'll have to do that, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And on top of that, you have to be careful to
Okay, so hold on, let me go back to the drive. Because I thought the squeeze was the chart. I don't see the squeeze script.
the squeeze script is
The one you said squeeze column.
under the add-ons, it says TTM Pro watch list script.
It was the one that said squeeze column. Okay, so I already added that before.
Yeah, so now that one you'll have to go in and edit, because since you already have it, and to edit it, it's the same principle. You just double click the scroll. But what you want to do is in that column name in the top left, change it to WK squeeze, and then next in that aggregation, you'll also click week. So you'll have to do this, for each one.
I wanna see it. I got you.
Yeah. And that's why I wish you can just import like we did the charts.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is that the only one I need to do it for each of the different aggregations, or do I need to do it for all of them? ATR and EMA?
Well, the ATR is I keep that one on day.
Okay, so that's only one time.
Yeah, that's only once. The squeezes, EMAs, and histos, the histogram. Those are the ones that you're doing 5 times for each. But make sure for each one that you do that's 4 hours and down, that you uncheck include extended hours, or it's gonna mess up the script. So like once everything is done, just go back and uncheck it.
So anything less than a day, you said uncheck
anything.
that, include after
Correct.
hours?
Correct.
Less than a day, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me put the histogram one in here.
And I know that was because we've been trying to like walk everybody through, and we had some technical issues in the advance. What I'm going to do is a walkthrough of this straight, a separate video. I'm going to drop that in the drive. So if there's any part that you missed or anybody missed, it'll be a little bit more uniform based on the video that I do rather than this live. I know this live kind of went over and stuff, but that's it. And once that watch list is done, the last thing that you have to do is the scans. And I also imported those scans into the drive. It's Thinkorswim custom scans. Now those, you don't have to do anything. You just, like how we did the chart. Oh, where is it?
Mm-hmm.
Chart layouts, watch this.
Turn around for politics.
So I thought I added it. I'm going to add it because for the scans, it's just like the chart. Once you download it, it'll auto-populate into Thinkorswim, and you'll have it ready to go. And from here, so this is a scan, like I was telling you guys, that pulls different conditions, like the volume being 300,000, that day. $1 million market cap scans show stacked EMAs, the ATR. So it's suited, ready to go. And I have 3 that I trade off of. And from there, once you have that imported on your watch list, so say, oh, go ahead. I don't know if somebody was talking. But once you have those scans imported for the watch list that you create, like how we're doing these different columns and stuff, all you'll do is where the name is, the description, you'll click it, you go to personal, and you'll see the spiral. And those 3 that you downloaded from the drive, you'll see them right here. And that's where you click it and it'll auto-populate, and it'll auto-populate every day. So as soon as a new pair or a new stock comes in, it'll pop up right here for you to trade. For me, I set alerts. So you can click on the description, hit alert when scan results change. So it'll pop up. I'll hear the bell on my desktop app, and I'll get a notification on my phone. But the scans, that's the last part I got to do. And that'll be in the drive. It'll be the TTM custom scans. And that'll have a link where you just click and download. But to summarize what we went over, guys, we created the chart. So I feel like everybody was able to get the chart successfully loaded, which has all of the labels, the Squeeze Pro, the histogram, things like that. On top of that, we imported the watch list scripts. You guys got the scans. I'm giving you guys the scans, but it's a simple complex. Once everything is in, you'll never have to do it again because everything is saved as a preset or a style, I think is what Thinkorswim calls it. So if you were to open up your program and everything was lost, you can literally just click one button. Let me show you that button. It's in the top right of your screen. You'll see setup. Under setup, you say save workspace as, and then from there you can call it what you want. So it lets me share workspace, but I don't believe it's going to pull those watch list scripts and things because Kalen said he had already had an issue. So with the watch list, yeah, you do have to customize each one of those 5 different custom items that they give you. That may be the hardest part, the most tedious part. But other than that, everything else is downloadable. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna do a video that combs through all of this. It's gonna be a lot shorter and a little bit easier for everybody to follow along.
Okay, I think that's a good place. We can put a pin in it. And at least we got this recording, and then we'll have another recording straight through, like you said. And people can plug into it. But yeah, appreciate the time, man, and the description.
Absolutely.
No doubt, no doubt. I'm about to go grab dinner. If anybody has any questions, my email, I'll drop it in the chat for you.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I know this is it's a little time consuming, but like I said, once it's done, it's done. And
it's worth it.
Yeah, from here, like when we get calls and things, now you'll be able to follow along a little bit different.
Yep.
I just gotta get the watch list together.
Yeah, I'll help y'all with that in that video. I'll take my time with